You pop in. Oh my goodness. I have gotten together a whole bunch of new stuff for today, and which of course means I'm just like sliding in at 7 minutes after. Hey, Faye. Good to see you. Uh, oh my goodness. So, yeah. Um, Goodness, I don't even know where to start. So, last week I got some requests for, um, different oils. And so I spent a good chunk of time the last couple of days putting together some spell oils for folks. And so I'm really excited to sort of roll those out. But I also have um, some pendulums, some crystal pendulums that I've never shown before. I brought some I guess some altar pieces, and like I have a cauldron and I have some cool candle holders and stuff like that. So anyways, I recommend everyone, as you're popping in. Oh, I also brought some poppet kits to show too. I brought some new poppet kits. So yeah, hi Amanda, thanks for popping in. um yeah. Anyways, I recommend going through the buy it now area um and the auction tab, because like I said, I just have a ton of stuff and I technically didn't get everything in those areas, but I'm going to show you anyway, and then we could just add them as we go. So that is the plan for today, and I guess let's get on it. So first up, um, let me whip out those oils. Might up if I Oh, thank you for sharing the live stream, Amanda. I appreciate you. So let me grab my stash here. Okay. Okay, so first up, let me pin this. Okay, so it is my Boundless Joy ritual oil. It comes in this little screw top container. And as you can see, it says Boundless Joy. Maybe you can see it. No, there it is. Oh, the camera's backwards. That's all right. I don't want to play with it. Anyway, so Boundless Joy oil is good. You can put it on candles. You can put it on your lava bead jewelry. Hey, Disco Bread. You can put it in an oil diffuser. You can apply it to your skin, because I did. It's essential oils, as well as, what did I put in here? Oh, I think there's juniper berry. So I did a little winter harvesting and went and picked juniper berries, because that's something I can pick in the winter. And so I put the juniper berries, after I've dried them, of course, in my Boundless Joy. Let me just yep. So there's a little bit of that and a little bit of juniper branch in there. So it's infused with the juniper oil, with the juniper energy. Hey, Mel. Um, and yeah, so juniper is a very protective plant. And so, about bringing, that boundless joy into your life is also about protecting it once you got it, right? So, let's start. Let's start the show. So, I only have 6 of these, and yeah. So let's see who would like some anointing oil. So, like I said, you can use this to put on your skin. You can use it to, hey, Tina, um, anoint candles with it. You can, um, yeah, put it in an oil diffuser. It smells so good. It has just a great essential oil blend in it. And, yeah, and a carrier oil. That's I put some vitamin E oil in there, so it feels really nice. It absorbs into your skin really well. Okay. Well, you know where to find it. It is in the auction tab if y'all would like it. So, next up I have my Healing Vibes oil. Pin item. All right. So, my Healing Vibes oil, You can, I suppose, use this for yourself. Like if someone in your home is sick, either like physically ill or if they are, if they have like mental illness, whatever it is. It's more for like short term, like acute stuff. So maybe someone is going through some sort of treatment, that sort of thing. Anyways, and so the Healing Vibes anointing oil is really about sending. I had, I guess, created it as a way to send healing vibes to somebody like across the distance. So you've heard of like, oh hey Bree, so you've heard of like distance Reiki, I assume, where people send energy across the miles in order to, aid that person's healing journey. A similar thing with the Healing Vibes oil. So if you know someone who could really use, that energy put out in the universe, you could create a little talisman or a puppet, um, that is meant for that person, and then anoint it with the Healing Vibes oil, and then just use that as a way to like send their body love and healing, remotely. So I'm going to start that auction. I have these at $3. And so these are my Healing Vibe ones. Oh, thank you, Rosie. And I do have 6 of these total. So if folks are like, you know, I if you're interested in having one for yourself, just know that, you know, you have a little bit of time here. So, yeah. But I appreciate Rosie jumping in on that. Um, and I just love that. I color coded all my different oils. So each container has a different color association, and pink just spoke healing to me. So, well, Rosie Cork, sir, I was going to say like Rosie, like broke the cork. She like broke the seal. She has made the first purchase at this show. I'm trying to make words, I promise, and not just jibba jabba. Although there's plenty of jibber jabber in there too. So, okay, let me write this down. I told myself I was going to be more organized this show. Okay, so I'm going to run this one more time, see if anyone else is interested in snagging some Healing Vibes anointing oil. Um, again, it's a way to just send good healing energy to someone who could really use it, um, or to, add to a candle. You could put it on a crystal even. So if you had like a good green aventurine, which is a great healer stone, something like that, and you wanted to anoint the crystal with the oil as a way to like have almost like a healing talisman, that could also work. So, well, it's in the auction tab if anyone changes their mind. But next up is my Mucho Money oil. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do Mucho Money. There we go. Pin it. So, oh, geez. It looks like Faye. Somehow Faye is. It says Faye is winning. Oh, you must have pre-bid. Okay. So, Mucho Money is exactly what that's for. So you can rub it on coins or paper money before you spend it. And the idea is that when you spend that special anointed money, it comes back to you threefold. It's a really fast acting kind of spell, where some other spells can be more long term. Like I would say the Healing Vibes one is more long term, especially if it's meant for someone who's going through treatment. Awesome. Faye won. Hooray, hooray. But yes, so Mucho Money is all about drawing in that moolah. All right. And I will run it again in case someone else wants to snag some Mucho Money oil for themselves. And the Mucho Money oil has a tonka bean in it. And tonka beans are absolutely, Faye. I had a lot of fun making the oils. I always enjoy the inspiration that y'all give me. If you're like, hey, what if you made, or could you do? And I'd be like, actually, yes, I can. And I love being able to do that. So, all right, looks like Amanda's winning this round. Awesome, awesome. But like I was saying, my Mucho Money oil does have a tonka bean in it, which is known and utilized for its like good luck properties. So, yeah. Oh, man. Perfect. All right. Guess I'll run that again in case someone else is wanting that right now. Otherwise, I'll move on to a new oil. So, yeah. Have you folks used anointing oils before? I mean, I did write a little description, like it, under the item, just to kind of give you an idea of what to do with it. But I'm curious what your experience is. I'm always willing to share my experience with y'all. So, kind of like to hear your side sometimes too. So, all right. Okay. Well, oh, hey, Betsy. Yes, I can do abundant. What is it? Oh, yeah, the boundless joy. I can do boundless joy again. Yes, I can. Do, 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 do. Absolutely. Yeah. And that is it's good to see you too, Betsy. Yeah. So boundless joy is, up right now. Um, which is honestly like an abundant happiness oil. But I knew what you meant, Rosie. Yeah. So this is running right now. Um, and again, this can be worn on the skin. I do put the essential oils are diluted in a carrier oil. I put some vitamin E in there, and just really make it very, nutritive. And I always test my blends after I finish them to make sure that it's absorbing well, which is why I use the carrier oil I do, because it goes on, it gets absorbed real fast, and it doesn't leave you greasy. It just leaves a nice, pleasant scent behind. Okay, so this goes to Rosie. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so then next step, well, I'll see if anyone else would like some Boundless Joy oil, because especially during this time of year, it is so hard not to like fall into a slump because of winter time and it being cold and gross. And so this certainly helps like with that mental health aspect. And folks who've been in my shows before know that a lot of the magic that I do, a lot of the spell work I do is for, positive mental impact, positive life impact, and just finding ways to like, turn things around, take control of the wheel. Awesome. Thank you, Faye. I appreciate you. Okay. All right. I am going to, I guess I'll run Boundless Joy one more time, see if anyone else is interested right now. Otherwise, y'all can always, you know, uh, throw a comment in the chat and let me know if you want me to run something again. So yeah. But next up, I'm going to do my protection oil, and so my protection oil is in the little purple jar, and this has 3 cloves and some red pepper flakes in it because I don't mess around when it comes to protection. I wouldn't necessarily suggest to put this on your skin. I mean, it wouldn't, it's not bad if you do, but the capsaicin in the red pepper would certainly be a little spicy. Anything for justice. Yeah, kinda actually. Um, so I made a hex breaking one, and I would say for a justice spell, the hex breaking would be good for that. Um, yeah, but I didn't make a justice oil specifically. So I'm gonna run protection next, and let's see here. Where are you? Where are you in the lineup? Nanan. Hey, my SWAT. It's good to see you again. Oh, it looks like someone has a pre-bid on the protection oil. Oh, Faye. Awesome. So yeah. And so like I said, you could put the protection oil on yourself, but just note that it might be a little spicy from the capsaicin that's in the pepper. But otherwise, the essential oil blend is really nice. The carrier oil is very nice. And yeah, so. And again, you can use this to anoint candles. You can put it um, on a one of those lava bead pieces of jewelry. Thank you, Faye. Okay. I'll run another protection oil in case someone else wants to snag it right now. Oh, looks like I have a pre-bid there. So there we go. As I thought there was a pre-bid. Oh, there we go. It says Amanda is winning. Awesome. So yeah. You could also put protection oil on some um, coffin nails or railroad ties. So one of the things I like to go out and hunt for is old rusty railroad ties. And so I actually have a selection of railroad ties to show y'all tonight, which I'm super excited about. Thank you, Amanda. Okay. I don't understand how this works. I guess I'm going to run the protection oil again. Yes. It said there was a pre-bid on it, so I assume that means someone had bid on it. Question mark? I don't know. That's all right. So the protection oil is running, and yeah. So if anyone wants to snag it, otherwise, the next oil I'm moving on to is the hex breaking. And so the hex breaking oil actually has a star anise uh, piece in it. Sorry, words are like right now. Okay, so I'm going to pin this, and so this is for ending bad luck and breaking curses, hexes, jinxes. It would also be good as a justice spell because it also works as a return to sender type spell magic. So yeah, so I'm going to. It appears I have been summoned. Hello. Hi, Jenna's Adventure. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm sharing the magic. And next up right now is the Hex Breaking Anointing Oil, which again can be used like a return to sender, a justice spell, and um, for breaking hexes and curses and jinxes and ending bad luck. You could also use hex breaking oil to anoint candles you plan on using for a cord cutting. So if you do some cord cutting rituals or have need to do one, this is also good for that. Thank you, Amanda. Okay, I'm gonna run some more hex breaking oil. Okay, and we're up. Rosie's in the lead. So yeah, and I love star anise for its protective qualities. I also use it a lot when I do exorcism magic. Um, and so I mean, when you're trying to oust something from your life, having star anise as a plant ally is certainly pretty awesome. So yeah. On the plus side, after I finished making all these oil blends, my skin was so soft. Just saying. And I apparently was cleared of all manners of bad juju. So awesome. Thank you, Rosie. All right. Yes, we'll do another hex breaking since folks seem to still be interested in that. Awesome. So yeah. This is another hex breaking oil. And again, folks, if you see other oils that I have already pulled and you're like, oh, I really want to bid on that, just let me know and I can pull those up again. So, as a quick review, I have shown Mucho Money, which is for bringing in money, Boundless Joy, which is about bringing in happiness. Yes, I was purified and smoothed out. The universe is like, the reason why I'm sending you on this quest is because you really need it too. And I was like, all right, universe, can't argue with that. So, someone had asked me last week for libido enhancing oil, and I spent a lot of time putting that together too, and I am really excited. I only have 4 of them, and they come in a special bottle. Oh, they'd be you. Great. So I put them in a special bottle so it'd be easy to use it. So this is a massage oil. So I created this specifically for that. I mean, I guess you could put it on candles if you'd like, but this actually has a little dropper top. So you could easily, apply to, the human of your choice. And I actually, let's see if I can get the camera to pick it up. Oh, there. So you see inside is actually lavender. Nope, not lavender. Lilac flower that I harvested during a spring rain last year, around Beltane, which is the human sexuality holiday that's celebrated by most pagans. So, I mean, nothing is sexier than just like the combination of oil I used, which, does things like increase libido, increase passion, and vitality, and, just that loving feeling. You've lost the love and feeling. Okay, there's a little. Oh, goodness. So, yes, if you have in fact lost that love and feeling, this will help you get it back. And yeah, so like I said, I harvested the lilac that's in it, um, on my property during a spring rain around Beltane. And so, and lilac itself is known for drawing in lust. It's, sexuality, it's all those things. So, yeah, this will do a body good. Awesome. Thank you, Faye. All right, I'm going to run Love Machine. Absolutely. How many stars does Muggsy? How many stars does Muggsy give it? Yes, and it also, so it has oils in it that are also good for uh, balancing hormones. Like if we're looking at it from an herbal medicine point of view too. Um, 6 out of 5. He's a smart man. Smart man. He knows what he likes. But anyway, the oils in this also help balance hormones that regulate. Yes, well, it's a little bit of it is common sense, witchery, but yeah, you know. All right. Well, I do have 3 bottles left of this. Like I said, I only made a very small batch, so I wasn't sure how many people would like it. I just ran that again and no one else bid on it. So, unless folks mention in the comments that they'd like to bid on it, then I will move on to something new. Okay. Yes, and thankfully, I mean, certainly with the Love Machine oil, of external use only, do not use as a lubricant during intercourse. Not made to go into like inside your delicate places. Just throwing that out there in case it is not obvious. Which why would it be? Um, yes. Also, don't want anyone to get like unhappy parts. Yes, external use only. Please don't be one of those people that those ER folks make videos about. And it's like, oh, that person came into the ER because they put external use only massage oil in their insides, and now they has problems. Okay. I am going to. Ooh, geez. Okay. Ooh. I don't know where to go next. All right. So last week I also mentioned that I was going to put together some simmer pots, and I actually did. So that is up next. I have 2 simmer pots available. I just made small batches because, girl, I only got so much time. But I do try to make good on my promises. So, simmer. Okay, so first up, let me pin this. Pin item. All right, so this I'm going to run as a flash sale, and it is my Cosmic Augury blend. And so I don't know how familiar you are with simmer pots, but they are one of the easiest spells to use, to utilize, to try. You literally just take a little bit of the herbs that are in here and you put it in a pot. I actually like to use a small crock pot. I call it my electric cauldron. And yeah, so I put some water in there. Sometimes I'll put moon water in there, or I'll just put, uh, distilled or tap water, whatever is handy, and then scoop some of the herbs in there, and then let it go on like warm. I think that's the lowest setting. Let it go on warm, and the idea is that it releases its magical like energy into your space as it infuses in the water. You're basically making like magical tea that you don't drink. um yeah, and so this one here is called Cosmic Augury, which augury is just a fancy word for divination. And so this is something that'll help with lucid dreaming, clairvoyance, divination, as well as if you want to like try to remember your dreams. So you could like simmer it in your bedroom before you go to bed, or if you want to like do some meditation and try to have a bit of an astral projection, out of body experience, this could be helpful for that. It's also good to have simmering when you are reading tarot cards to help receive messages and just open your mind to receiving those, key points from guides, spirit guides, ancestors, deities, whichever tickles you. So I only have 3 of these available, and I'm going to run them on flash sale today. So get your swiping fingers ready and go. So we are at about 25 seconds for the Cosmic Augury Simmer Pot Blend, and it comes in this little flip top jar, and it's glass, and it has just the cutest little like beehive pattern on the sides. I love it. So yeah, and a lot of the herbs I use, I actually harvest myself because, that's just a big part of who I am. And yeah. Okay. And looks like okay. Looks like no one bid. So I will move on to my limitless possibilities. I have limitless possibilities. Here we go. So, limitless possibilities is for manifesting blessings, miracles, and wishes. Oh, you think someone did? Did I miss it? So at the end I saw that I had 2 left, but I didn't like nothing was listed on the bottom. Let me just double check. Oh, it says Amanda did. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss you. Oh, you know what? You're right. I see it right there in my sold list. I apologize. So I will put this with your things, Amanda. Thank you guys for watching my back. I appreciate you. Oh. Where? There we go. Okay. Let me see here. Going back to the buy tab. Okay. Okay. I think I will. Okay. I'll run the Cosmic Augury one more time in case someone else wanted to grab one. Okay. So I'm starting the flash sale now. Okay. It is up. And I promise to keep a better eye on things. So yeah. And let me grab it. So yeah, and again, that's for the one that helps with divination, lucid dreaming, remembering your dreams, especially if you are someone who gets a lot of value out of trying to receive messages that way. So yeah, we're in the red. Okay. Now for sure I didn't miss it. Okay. So now I'm going to do limitless possibilities, which again is for manifesting blessings, miracles, and wishes. I like to do, hey, Adam Boo, another familiar face or name, as it were. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm starting the flash sale on the limitless possibilities. So if you would like to do a simmer pot spell, it's going right now, folks. Did you open another lacrosse store? No, I don't currently have my own brick and mortar. I do sell my stuff at 611 Crystals. So, yeah. I'm there. I'm a consigner there though, so it's not like my space. Yeah, but I I certainly miss having a store sometimes. But I find that I've been kind of enjoying Whatnot, and I like that I can work in my living room instead of having to, like, I don't know, put on pants and be a fully formed human. 5 days a week. It is what it is. But yeah. I am still doing events though. I actually have put together a farmers market. It's like a farmer market, artist market, um, like flea market for the summer. So I will be, you can find me every Friday evening at that market from Memorial Day to Labor Day. And I'll have my witchery. There'll be a ton of vendors, there'll be food. I have kids' activities planned, all kinds of stuff. So I am a busy witch, and I have a bunch of applications to process yet for that. But, you know, the season's just getting started. So I don't know if folks missed out on the limited possibilities, but know that it is available, and I'll be running that as a flash sale in the bin today. So um, just keep an eye out for that and let me know if there's anything you want to see specifically. I need your special hunting skills. Could you try to find two small, full, either calf or billy goat or skull like that? Two small, full, either calf or billy goat or skull like that. Yes, I can do that. Let me write that down. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Adam Boo. Oh, sure. Yeah. And at Weirdo Wednesday, I'll have a whole new batch of bones, but none of them are skulls. They're all vertebra. So I found a bunch more vertebra um, in my plethora of things. Two small calf billy goat or the like. skulls. Complete. Okay, and so for the complete skull, do you want the upper and the jaw? Like, that's what you mean by full skull? Hey, tattoos. It's good to see you again. Yeah, take your time. I'll definitely make it worth for you. Have a hard time finding them. Just shoot me a message. Doesn't have to have the jaw. Okay. Okay. Good to know. I have that written down. And I will keep an eye out. Now that the snow has melted some, I can go out in the dead fields and go dig around and see what I can find. Just in good condition, not real messed up. Someone local was going to charge me $275 for two that look like shit. Oh, I am so sorry. Yeah, I will. Yeah, and I only collect the ones that are in good condition. Well, for the bone sale I had last week, the calf skull I found, the reason why it was in the condition it was is because they were so young and animals had eaten away some of it. But most of that skull was there. So, but I will keep an eye out for other skulls for you and see what I can find. Right off the top of my head, I do have one skull, but it is not calf. It's from a coyote. I have a full coyote skull with jaw. So, but only one. I don't have two. So, with that in mind, how about we do some puppet kits? And so my puppet kits, absolutely, Adam. I am here to help. Here to help. And I love reasons to go foraging for fun things. And by fun things, I mean dead things. So, next up in I think I have it in the bin. I'm doing another bin flash sale for my luck, success, and money puppet crafting kits. So this is what they look like. And I have one that is green and one that is yellow. The only thing that's different is the fabric colors. And so each kit has everything you'll need. I made a special herb blend. There are 3 pyrite stones, a lucky feng shui coin, green thread and a needle to sew it closed. And there's stuffing in there, which is actually Spanish moss because I use natural stuffing. I don't use fiberfill. And then there is a nice 2-page instruction booklet that tells you about the history of puppets. It tells you how to create a puppet, how to bless it, and how to dispose of it, and also how to do a candle spell for it. So, yeah. So I have a little flash sale on these puppet kits. So if you would like to do a little witchcrafting, this is everything you need. And that is running right now. And I normally sell these for $15, but today I'm letting them go for $12.75, which is a really good deal because I like I said, I create everything here. I even cut the fabric myself. So yeah. And we have, we're in the red on this. So if folks are interested in doing some crafting. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look at that anyway. And know that it is in there if you are interested later. I do have 2 other puppet kits that I'm going to show. Okay. What? Someone got one? Oh. Let me see. Auction. I think it's because of the flash sale. Maybe because that text covers that. I'm not sure. Let me just check here. I don't, like, one didn't pop up for me, Betsy. And let's see, does it still? Mm-hmm. It's okay. But I appreciate you keeping an eye out because, it's easy for me to miss stuff. Yes. So next I'm going to do an inner healing one. All right, let me pin that. And so again, these ones here have the same color fabric. So it's this cool little, like, I don't know, it's just kind of a funky outdoorsy looking fabric. And this is for doing inner healing. And so it comes again with everything you need, including a special herb blend for healing. And so inner healing can mean lots of things. Oh, thank you, Rosie. I appreciate you. So I have one left of the inner healing. Loop. And like I was saying, inner healing can mean lots of things. It can mean like working on yourself emotionally, either to help release a specific uh, event or as a way to like, almost create like a good mental health um, puppet. So, say you're trying to work on your mental health, right? And so you create this thing, you create a puppet, and puppets can be any shape, by the way. Some people think they can only look like, like a little gingerbread man, voodoo doll, like what everyone imagines when because of media. But it can literally look like anything. I actually created a puppet that is in the shape of the earth goddess. So it has just like a head and sort of a little shapely body. But anyway, um, if you're making it for yourself, you could put a little bit of your own hair in there too. I didn't list that on in the instructions, but that's sort of a little side tidbit is you put a little bit of your hair as a way to like mark it as your own and then, speak to it and keep it places like maybe take it to therapy with you as a way to like be almost like, do you know what a homunculus is? A homunculus is a magical creature that is created um, and is made of a wizard or sorcerer's own like body miasma, if you will. And this is something that I know from like D&D or other role-playing games like that, Pathfinder, that's what I'm speaking on. But anyway, so they're almost like your own little bestie that is of you that helps you heal and almost like you're transferring it, like absorbs a bit of the pain or the hurt while and that helps you heal. Does that make any sense? I feel like I'm trying to explain an easy concept, only it sounds really complicated. So I apologize. Trying. Yes, it does declare. Oh, okay. Great. Great. I appreciate that. Because sometimes I'm like, am I hitting the mark or am I missing it entirely? And it's good to have feedback. So I'm going to start the flash sale. And in case anyone else wants to snag the last one, I have one left. And yeah. So, but, and the nice thing is with Papa Kits, you don't have to have any natural crafting ability, right? You're not making it to like show people, right? It's not like going to be hung on your wall like you're a kid and you made something and mom put it on the fridge, right? This is something that's just for you. No judgment, no need to put on airs. And that's also how it helps is like it's a judgment-free item, judgment-free zone. So backstory, I'm Yokic and fans he's a green witch, and before we got together, I didn't know much of the in-depth stuff. Oh, okay. Sure. That makes sense. I don't want to skip ahead, but on Saturday you had Lepidolite chips, I think they were for trauma. Could I add some of that to my? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and lepidolite chips are really good mental health stones. So yes, absolutely, for that inner healing work. Perfect. Yeah. Um yeah. I actually just got all those boxed up today. Do I have any left? Yes. Yes, I do. Let me go grab them. They're just right over there. Boy, so it's okay. It's funny. I didn't put them too far away because I'm like, there's going to be someone that pops in the show, and then it goes, that thing you had at the show the other day. Do you still have some? And I'll be like, yes, I do. But I also spent a ton of time last night and today bagging up more stones for the next crystal show that I have coming up. So, but if I sell them all today, then I'm okay with that. So for the lepidolite, so right now I just have them in the 1 pound. I haven't bagged any of the small ones. So, oh no, you're not ruining my flow. I'm totally fine. As long as, everyone else is cool, I'm cool. But yeah. And if anyone else is interested in stones, I can just do a quick run through. These bags are 1 pound. Great. Yeah. So for the lepidolite, I have 2 pounds of lepidolite chips available. And like we were saying, Rosie and I mean, they are awesome for mental health magic. So you can use them in charging plates. You can, let me see, brain. I need to add the item. So add, okay, I can do this. All right, so I put this under crystal. Did I leave a crystal one? I might have left the crystals in here. Let me just, crystal sets. I have crystal sets. Okay, I guess I didn't. That's fine. La da 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 da. Add. Listing. Buy it now. Nope, not buy it now. Pardon the mumbling. Talk amongst yourselves. I will be with you in just a moment. There we go. Okay, and we'll just do crystals 1 pound bulk bags. I'll just create like a misc item, and then I am going to run these for $8. $12. There we go. And then they are 1 to 2 pounds. Confirm. Okay. I have that loaded. Let's see. Crystal bag. Oh, here we go. Okay. Thank you for your patience, everyone. I appreciate you. All right. So I'm going to start the auction at $8. and you get a pound of the lepidolite, and I got Rosie in, which is fabulous. And then anyone following Rosie, if you would like some lepidolite, I do have one other 1 pound bag all bagged up and ready to go. So yeah, just let me know. All right. Awesome. Rosie, I will put this with your pile. Delightful. Okay. And I'm going to run this again in case someone else would like a pound of lepidolite chips. And like I was saying, you can use this like in spell jars, in, if you craft poppets, but you can also use them in charging plates this size. You get sort of like gravel size to, I would say, medium size chunks, and these are rough or raw stone. They're not tumbled. You can use them in charging plates, which basically is like a plate, and you put the crystals on it, and then you can put jewelry on it. You can put other crystals on it. I would say jewelry is more likely, or like a ritual tool. Maybe you have a wand or a deck of cards or something. And basically what it does is the stones imbue that object with their energy. So if you have like a wedding ring or a piece of jewelry you wear every day, and you're like, I could really use, some of the energy from the crystals, but you don't want to like carry around the rock itself, you can just imbue an object with its energy. And then just rinse, repeat every day. You just put it on your charging plate and then wear it the next day. Easy peasy. And it's actually kind of nice, using crystals to charge other items instead of charging just the crystal, like most folks suggest. So, anyways, that's that. Some other stones I have available. This is blue apatite, and it is, look how deliciously blue that is. I absolutely love blue apatite. And blue apatite, let me just do a quick, I always want to look it up because I keep forgetting my book, but blue apatite. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, I froze for a second. I was using the Googles, but what I quickly read was blue apatite is really good for manifestation, mental clarity, and yeah. So, but also blue stones like this are really good for like third eye kind of work. So if you would like to utilize this in spell jars, for manifestation, for, tapping into that third eye energy, I have a pound of this available. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Yeah. And it is a lot of stone. So you'll have enough to, like I said, do charging plates, do other kinds of magic. Looks like I have one more bag of this available, so I'll run that. So I have one more bag of the blue apatite. Oh, Faye's getting in there. Very nice. Love it, love it. Yeah. And, obviously buying it in this size is just such a good deal. Blue apatite certainly is not a cheap stone, but getting it in this form also allows you to like kind of get the best bang for your buck. So, yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Faye. Fabulous. Okay. Next up, I'm going to run, this is Aquamarine, which I know is also If anyone knows off the top of their head, I don't want to like freeze my video again looking at Google, but I know aquamarine is associated with like a birthstone. Does anyone know what it is? I know that aquamarine is utilized for like safe travel charms, especially if you travel overseas, or even if you just, spend a lot of traveling in general. So, yeah. It has some other properties, but I can't like recall it off the top of my head. Oh, yes, I can. I just remembered I wrote myself a bunch of notes. How about that? So, okay. Blue apatite, aside from the manifestation, it's also communication, spiritual growth, intuition and clarity, and connecting with inner truth. That's the blue aventurine. Oh, courage. Courage is for the aquamarine. Is that what you're saying? I also have aquamarine promotes calm, enhances communication, spiritual awareness, courage. Yep, that's on here. Emotional balance and protection at sea. Mm-hmm. So yeah, those are my notes on aquamarine. So if anyone would like some aquamarine, I can certainly run that again. Yeah. Next up, I have fuchsite or fuchsite. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but there is a pound of it. And fuchsite or fuchsite, however one says it, it's also called muscovite mica, and it's for emotional healing, spiritual growth, connecting with higher realms, self-worth and compassion and intuition. So if you would like to utilize this muscovite mica or fuchsite for those reasons, I have a pound of it going right now. And yeah, so again, this is for emotional healing, spiritual growth, connecting with higher realms, self-worth and compassion and intuition. Looks like. And this is also just so super glittery. Green mica powder comes from this. So if you are someone who uses green mica in your art, that's basically just this. And then they crush it up into little pieces. That's it. Just nature's glitter. Okay. All right. Next up, I will run some amethyst. This is little pieces of amethyst, and it's mostly like tiny sort of, they call it like gravel, right? So this is great for spell jars. Amethyst, of course, is good for spiritual growth, higher consciousness, intuition, inner peace, stress relief, and positive thinking. It's also good for breaking bad habits, especially addictions. So if you are someone who struggles with like smoking or drinking, or you just want to like move beyond something that you feel has been really holding you back, amethyst is really good for that. I actually created an amethyst spell jar for my aunt, because my uncle is a really mean drunk, and she's like, I've just had enough. And he's actually been like getting better. So that gives me hope, and it gives her hope. So hooray. All right. For folks that may be into some chunkier pieces, this is hematoid quartz, also known as fire quartz. And so basically it is clear quartz that grew together with hematite. And I can take one out of the bag. It's a little easier with these larger chunks. Here. There. Does this help? I don't know. But yeah, so It has sort of this, oh, that's a much better view. There we go. It has sort of an orangey tint to it, and that is actually where the hematite began to rust. They are very beautiful. Um, it's hard to really capture them, partly because my phone camera um, wants to focus on my face. There we go. That's a little better, but also I'm, you see my flesh color through it, and it doesn't really do it justice. But yeah, fire quartz is one of my favorites. I'm really a fan of any quartz, honestly, but having the hematite in there is also super grounding. It's very protective, and then oh, um, I don't know. I think I'll be okay. But thank you. Hubby was offering me a neutral background to show rocks in front of, but I am not super coordinated and probably end up smacking my face. So, all right. Is everyone good with rocks? I do have a bunch more of them, and then lots of different kinds. I just, um, the folks haven't been bidding, so I feel like maybe we're ready to move on to something new. Just kind of letting you drive the bus a little bit while I get a drink of water. Also, if there's anything you've seen in the bin or in the auction tab that you would like me to run, just let me know. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to switch gears a little. Can you talk about the herbs you have and what they are used for? Pyrite. Yes. Okay. So, pyrite. I thought I did. It looks like I sold all my pyrite on Saturday. So, not this time. Um, but I will keep an eye out for some pyrite for you. Um, so, as far as the herbs go, absolutely, Amanda. I appreciate you asking. So, as far as my herbs go, let me just pull those up. Oh, excuse me. So, the herbs are used in a lot of different ways. So, when you look through my list, at the top you see resin, like Seven Archangel, Acacia tree. So, resins are used usually, they're burned, and you use them as an incense, right? And so, for example, the Seven Archangel resin is often utilized to connect with celestial beings. Some people call them angels, some people call them deities, you know, guardian spirits, whatever your word is. And so you burn it, and it's thought that the smoke is like an offering to invite them down into your life. And so burning the resin is almost like a communion in a way, like you are opening yourself and telling whatever deity that you are ready to interact with them, and that you have lit this offering for them. So that's often what Seven Archangel resin is used for. It's, like I said, normally burned. And when I mean burned, I mean over charcoal. I'm sure you've seen like Swift Light charcoal. It comes in a little tube. There's usually 10 little pucks in there. And it's important that you get, it's also called hookah charcoal or bong charcoal. I don't know. Do bongs use charcoal? I know hookahs do. Probably not bongs. I think bongs you just light the herb directly. I don't have very many experiences with bongs, and someone else has always lit the thing for me. So, anyways, I digress. But anyway, it's important that you get that specific kind of charcoal, because regular like grilling charcoal causes carbon monoxide poisoning, if you burn it indoors, where this other charcoal is actually made from coconuts and is safe to burn indoors because it's smokeless and stuff. So, anyway, so you'll want to have this charcoal and you put the resin on it once it's fully lit, and then it starts to smoke because it burns. So, but not burns like wood, but it like melts, I guess, and it turns to ash. So that's seven archangel resin, and that's, and with the other resin, I'm sure you heard of like frankincense and myrrh, and how that has been used to like consecrate spiritual space and homes for millennia, right? I mean millennia. Um, and Other things like, for example, I have bee balm in here. That bee balm I harvested myself, and I can't remember what the magical properties are right off the top of my head, and I can't see my photo close enough. Oh, wait, I can open it. Great. So, bee balm is used for attracting desires, healing, purifying, cleansing, spells for money, success in business and academics, attracting good spirits and luck, and inducing visions. And so, when you look at that and you're like, well, that's cool and all, but what do I do with that? Well, that means that you can burn it. You to utilize those magical properties, you can put it in like a mojo bag. You can put it in a spell jar, in a little charm. Um, you can put it in a simmer pot and make it part of a simmer pot blend. Um, Yeah, you could also like like brew it like a tea. What is a simmer pot? So a simmer pot is um you can do it a few different ways. I like to use a small crock pot with a lid, and then you put some water in it, you plug it in, turn it on warm, and then you add things like dried herbs. Some people put, orange slices in it. Some people put bay leaves, things like that. And the idea is that while it simmers, it releases the magical intentions into your space. And so, yes, it is kind of like homemade potpourri. Only you don't just utilize it for the smell, you utilize it for its magical properties. And so when I create, like, this is a simmer pot blend that I create, and it's for manifesting blessings, miracles, and wishes. And what's inside, let's see if I can, are all these amazing herbs that I either gathered or curated. And while they smell nice on their own, they're really meant to either be simmered in water to like utilize, to release the magical intentions into your space, or you could even burn it. Like you can burn it as an offering. Oh, it smells so good. Burn it as an offering. You could also put it in like a bath and create like an herbal bath for yourself. So if you're like, I want to manifest, my wishes, and you do a bath, you set your intention and be like, okay, these are the kinds of things that I want to manifest in my life. And so then when you bathe, you're imbuing your body, your soul, your spirit, your aura, if you will, with those intentions. And so when you move through the world, those opportunities are attracted to you to get you where you need to go. So, to help you to complete the task, to do the thing. So that's sort of the nice, simmer pots are some of the easiest magic people can do. And I always recommend them to beginner witches because it's pre-made. I put all, I have like decades of knowledge in one convenient little spell jar that's ready for you to deploy, to manifest and do what you need to do to improve your life. So, um, hopefully Cat's Closet that explains it um, in a way that is understandable. But I recommend, I always encourage folks to ask questions. I don't mind explaining. Um, I have decades of experience in witchcraft and in, like Wicca and paganism and earth based spirituality. So I like to share what I know. And, all of my spells and things are informed by that experience. So, any horrors, um, I think that in the, I feel like I took a hard detour somewhere. Absolutely, Adam. I am happy to. Um, I think somewhere along the way I took a hard cut somewhere and got distracted because I did have one more puppet kit set aside that I was going to show you, and I don't think I did. Um, but oh, did I? Can you run Florida water? Yes, I can run Florida water. And 7 archangels. Yes. So okay, let me do. Well, since I have the herbs pulled up, I will run 7 archangel right now. So 7 archangel is running. Awesome. Thank you, Rosie. And then I will run Florida water next. And while Archangel is running, I am going to grab my Florida water so I can show people what the bottle looks like in case you are curious. Awesome, awesome. So next up is my Florida water. And here we go. And so it comes in this sort of like matte brown glass bottle. It is a sprayer top. And I brew my Florida water myself. I created it. So I brew it 2 whole moon cycles. Let me just get my, excuse me, while I get my brain together, because now I have a pile of stuff on top of my laptop. Okay. Florida. So it is not water from Florida. For folks, I get asked that question a lot. And I can do this brain. Okay. Run this flash sale. Okay, so I'm going to run a little flash sale on the Florida water. It is up and running right now. Anyway, so the Florida water, like I said, I brewed over 2 moon cycles. This batch is made special with seawater from the Gulf of Mexico, moon water from a blue moon supermoon that I made myself, and then witch hazel. And I use organic witch hazel when I make my Florida water. And witch hazel does a couple of things. One, it prevents the concoction from getting moldy. But 2, it also imbues it with like very strong protection. Uh, witch hazel plants are very, very super protective and have been used for millennia to protect against things like poltergeists. It's often burned in exorcisms to like push out evil. So when you use it, it's used similarly to holy water for folks who understand what holy water is. Um, oh, awesome. Yeah. Have you gotten my Florida water before, Amanda? Yeah. And of course, oh, awesome. Yeah. I have a friend of mine who swears by spraying it on her pillow to help her get good, restful sleep without bad dreams or nightmares. So I really enjoy that. And she's an insomniac like I am. So I'm like, man, if it works for you, one, I should be spraying my own damn pillow. But I am so bad at using my spells for myself because I feel like I make them for other people. But It's okay. I have a bottle of this that I do have for me that I use when I do ritual, which is the original reason why I created this as a way to like smudge yourself without having to burn sage. It's really good for folks who have sensitivity to smell or to smoke or are in a place where they can't burn. This is used in place of sage too. So, in case y'all didn't know. Okay, I'm going to add this to Amanda's pile. I'm going to double check, make sure no one else. Oh, it looks like Amanda snagged one and Faye snagged one. Perfect. Okay. Love it. Love it. Okay. I do have a couple more bottles available. If anyone wants it, I can run the flash sale again in case you're like, crap, I didn't swipe fast enough. That's totally a thing. And I would gladly do that again for you. I might. Well, thank you. I don't know. You know, the funny thing is I freaking love encyclopedias. Oh, my mom got me one of those World Book encyclopedia sets when I was a kid, and you better believe I read every single one of those. I'm such a nerd. But so I take that as a very big compliment. Thank you. Oh. Getting getting back to Poppet Kits. I'm gonna share this last one before I forget again, because that is not the button I wanted. Where's the button I wanted? Pin item. So this one is called Bring Me Love, and it is to bring love, right? And that can be romantic love, that can be just self-love. When I make my love items, I don't make them to only bring romance into people's life, because love exists in many different forms. Like I love my parents, I love my husband, I love my pets, I love my friends, there's lots of things to love. And so this is just about, that isn't, yep, thank you. Anyways, so this is to do all that. And again, it has all the instructions, and I do list everything that's in it on the back. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to set that aside. And this goes here, and this goes here, and this goes here. Okay. What's up next? How you found. How do y'all feel about some books? I haven't done books in one of my shows in a long, long time. So I would love to find these books some homes. I'm going to do them as a bin sale. Create a temporary listing. So the first one I'm going to run is called The Sacred Herbs of Spring. And it says magical, healing, and edible plants to celebrate Beltane. And if you don't know, Beltane is celebrated on May 1st, also called May Day. And so if you are like, I want to learn about all the herbs of spring, this is certainly the book for you. And so great green witchery. And obviously you can use these outside of spring. So like it has an entry for St. John's wort, for example. And I actually, my brother's farm grows St. John's wort, and I only found like one or two plants, and you better believe when I found them, I ate the flowers, and they were so amazing. My goodness. If you've never had fresh St. John wort flower, you are missing out. So anyway, it says in Germany and England, St. John's wort was once used for marriage divination. A young woman would go out at night and pick the herb. If it was fresh in the morning, a marriage was likely. If the flowers were wilted, her chances were slim. And then it has this little like poem. It says, a young maid stole through the cottage door, and blushed as she sought the plant of power. Thou silver glowworm, oh, lend me thy light. I must gather the mystic St. John's wort tonight, the wonderful herb whose leaf will decide if the coming year shall see me a bride. But in modern times, St. John's wort is used for mental health. So it's actually a lot of people like St. John's wort for its like bringing happiness and joy and that sort of thing. So I am going to load this book, new and used books, and these are all new books. Herbs of Spring, and there's one, and it's okay. Condition is brand new, and it is 1 to 2 pounds. Okay. Sure. Confirm. I know. Okay. I want to run this as a flash sale, but every time I try to run a flash sale, hang on, I think I have like I'm just going to throw a random photo in there. So if you're like, what is this? Just know it's because I had to throw something in there. And I'll just throw this in there. So, yeah. All right, confirm. Hi, Saphira. Thanks for joining. Good to see you. Let's see, herb of spring. I don't know if I spell spring right. Okay. Okay, so again, I'm going to run a flash sale on the Herbs of Spring book. It normally runs for $24, and today it's going to run for $18. And see if I can find a home for this. So if you are looking for a book to learn more about herbalism, like magical herbalism, this would be a really great book for you. It has some cool lore. It has some beautiful colored photos. And yeah. And it, like I said, even has a recipe in here for lemon balm and juniper cookies. Wow. Carmelite water. This is an herbal something. Panacea. Words I don't know. But anyway, so this is available for folks if you are interested in the future. Next up, I have, maybe I'll just see if anyone is interested before I go through the arduous process of adding things to my bin, because I don't want to like disrupt the flow unnecessarily. So the next up is Betwixt and Between. And actually, I would probably just use this entry and just change the name. So this is exploring the fairy tradition of witchcraft. So if you want to learn more about working with fairies and integrate sort of fairy spirituality into your path work, just let me know. And this is all about that. And there's even like, recipes in here for, making a love bath. It says a love bath exercise. There's water incense recipe. And there's also like other journaling type things. That's kind of cool, honestly. Invoking Mari. Oh, so that's cool. So like it has little like chants. Oh, hey, Luchadora. Welcome in. And Andrea Need Stuff. Good to see you. Yeah, so I'm trying to gauge if there's any interest in this Betwixt and Between book about fairy magic. Yeah. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yes, I recently introduced my partner as well, and now he likes to watch the shows. He watches my shows, but he also likes to watch other people's shows. And he's like, I got a whole box of candy for like $10. And seriously, like 15 pounds of Halloween candy showed up at our doorstep, and we're still eating it. And I'm not sad about that. Just saying. Oh my goodness. Okay. So next up, I have a book on palmistry, and this little guy will run for. I mean, it's normally like $9. So yeah, I mean, if you are interested in learning about palmistry, like what the different fingers mean, what the different lines mean, I can run this book for you. Yeah, I might just throw that up in the auction tab. I think it'd just be easier to add things to the auction tab than the buy it now. So, the Little Book of Palmistry. There we go. Lmistry. There we go. La 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 tequila. All right, and like I said, it normally is $9. I'm gonna run it for $7. So if you want a little hardcover book and to learn palmistry, now is going to be your chance to do that. So let me get that up and running. LM Palm. Boom. All right, it's up and running. $7 for this gorgeous little hardcover on palmistry. So yeah, and again, it has tells you about the ring finger, which is the Apollo finger. It's also called the Apollo finger. It talks about the thumb and what that is associated with. So yeah, fingers, lines. Ooh, here's a nice grid. Yeah, where to go? Well, that's what happens when you just flip through something. A dirt ner. Well, anyways. Oh yeah, it has a. This is about the mounts, which are the different puffy parts on the palm of your hand. So yeah. All right, but it's available if you want it. All right, next up in the books. Boy, I don't know if I have anyone from California on here, but I also have the California Foraging Guide. So this is 120 wild and flavorful edibles from evergreen huckleberries to wild ginger. And it gives you, pictures of the plant. It tells you how to identify the plant. And so if you like to roam around the wild spaces of California, this can certainly help you identify what is and is not food, but also what, what you can do with it. It tells you how to gather it. It tells you how to use it. Yeah. So if you're interested, I will run this book. I'll put it in the auction tab because it's just easier. There we go. California Foraging Guide. There we go. Starting price. So it normally sells for $25. I'm going to let it go for $20 today. And I have one of them. It is new. And it is 1 to 2 pounds because it is a hefty book. Confirm. All right. California. But yeah, so if you're in California or if you have family that may be in Cali that would find this book helpful, I'm running the auction right now for this book. I'm letting it go for $20 today. It normally retails for $25, and it's a brand new book. And like I said, it has like gorgeous color photography. It tells you how to identify and how to eat the plants. Yeah, it's very comprehensive. So if you want to do more wild, wild gathering, this would be a really helpful tool for you. Okay. Well, you know it is available if you would like it. So next up, moving away from herbalism a bit, I'm on cord magic. So earlier I spoke about cord cutting ceremony, which is a kind of cord magic, but this is also about, tying knots and doing like knot magic, and like, choosing a color and, and other things that you can create. So like, for example, here's an exercise called Knot Wishes, KNOT, wishes. And it says, intention, write a sentence describing your intention. Um, List as many examples of intentions. Copy out the intention clearly on an index card. Put the date, including the year, on the card. And then you pick a cord, choose the cord you'll use, speak the intention, tie the knot, store the cord, and so on and so forth. So it tells you exactly how to do it, which is amazing. And cord magic is also like pretty simple magic to do for beginners. So I am going to add this. And normally I would sell it for 18, but today I'm going to let it go for 15. So cord magic. And again, I'm going to let it go for 15. It's a brand new book. And it's £1. Confirm. Okay. So CORD. Come on. There we go. All right, and that auction is up and running right now. So if you would like a book on how to do cord magic, that pulling cords is good therapy. Yes. Well, I don't know about pulling cords, but cutting cords is good therapy. Pulling cords just sounds painful. But maybe that's just my brain. There's even one in here. It says active sex life, intentions for self. I have an active sex life. And then it has like affirmations, like I accept pleasure. I know it gives me pleasure. I clearly communicate what I positively want, and so on and so forth. So, but anyway, they have a color wheel in here and everything. So, oh, me too. I macrame and I crochet. So sometimes I pull cords because they're tangled, but sometimes I pull them to make art. What do you do? Okay. Next up, I have a book on sorcery by Jason Miller. It's called Strategies for Powerful Magic. So on the back, it says, Real Sorcery is about success and practical magic. It is a book that aims at change in both the outer and inner worlds. Beyond a mere spell book or training course, Real Sorcery is a field manual on successful sorcery written by a professional sorcerer. So, in the book, Miller shares powerful techniques that will teach you how to attack problems from multiple angles, not just by casting a spell, blend mundane and magical action to ensure success, figure out whether what you are doing is working and fix it if it isn't, go beyond readings into magical intelligence gathering, work most effectively on behalf of others. So, if you're interested in giving this a read, this I normally sell for 19, and I will let it go for 16 today. So let me get that added. Sorcery, Real Sorcery. Starting price is 16. It is a brand new book. And ships for £1. Downtown. Confirm. All right. So, sorcery. How many times do you write sorcery before you get it right? Okay, Real Sorcery is up and running. So again, it is really a comprehensive guide on how to do spell casting and just work on sort of your outer and inner life. Yeah. So if you're interested in something like that, I am letting it go today for 16. I do normally sell it for 19. So, and this is a brand new book and could be really a helpful tool. All right. Well, thanks for taking a look at that anyway. And the last book I brought to share is Jailbreaking the Goddess. And so it's a radical revisioning of feminist spirituality. So if you are interested in learning how to work with the goddess in a way that's outside of like just a mother role, which I'm not saying just a mother as in like being a mother is minimal, is it not minimizing motherhood, but I feel that the goddesses have a lot more to offer than just mothering, and removing her as also this object and making her a subject and that sort of thing. So, so this was written by Lasara Firefox Allen. And on the back, it says Jailbreaking the Goddess is a revolutionary revisioning of the feminine divine, where the traditional maiden, mother, and crone archetypal system is tied to female biology and physical stages of life. The fivefold model presented here welcomes all women and seeks to liberate the female experience from the shackles of the reproductive model and other patriarchal constructs. This book supports a co-creative collaborative process of reclaiming your divine nature. As a liberationist book of shadows, Jailbreaking the Goddess offers practices for decolonizing your magic, building magical community, deepening your relationship with the goddess, and creating effective consensual rites of passage. So that is quite a tome. And so normally I sell it for 25, and today I'll let it go for 20. So let me get that up. And Jailbreaking the Goddess. All right. And being that I am a feminist, I like to offer feminist tomes to help people, live their best magical life. So, all right. Working on a jailbreak. Tired of making mistakes today. Come on, there you are. All right, start auction, and it's up. So if you'd like to own a copy of Jailbreaking the Goddess, she is running right now. Okay. And again, this is a feminist re-envisioning of the goddess, and like sort of removing feminine power from like sex, I guess. So like making it less about the parts you're born with and more about the energy itself. So, all right. Thanks for taking a look at that. Oh, goodness. How do you all feel about some spell candles? I made a few up and they are available, and they're actually different than the ones I had last week. So let me grab them. And these ones are going to go for $8 a piece. So let me just add these candles in quick because I did not get them on beforehand. Candle. Where are you? Candles on aromatherapy. Perfect. All right. Done. All right. And these are spell candles. And these will run for $8. And I have 3, 4, 5. I have 5 available. 5. All right. And then they will ship for £1 because they are glass. Okay, convert. Okay. Kindle. Mm. Oh, wait, maybe if I write spell candle, that'll be helpful. Because now it's pulling up all my anointing oils. Mm-hmm. There we go. Okay, pin that item. All right. So this is the first one available. As you can see, it's a little jar candle. And try to turn the label here. And then this is the inside. It has a piece of pyrite and some yellow iris flowers that I harvested from my garden, as well as some other, oh my goodness, sorry, some other botanicals like safflower. And this is called Uplifting Journey, and it is for new beginnings. So I am going to run this now. Okay. So again, this is called Uplifting Journey, and it is for new beginnings. And that is what she looks like. Just a handy little candle to have. And I do have this. I did scent this with essential oils. It smells very citrusy, which makes sense. And yeah, like I said, I have safflower, I have yellow iris, I have pyrite in here. And it looks like I put a little sage in there as well. So, okay. I will set that aside. Next up, I have this one, which is called Love Story. And it is for romance. And I put the cutest little stickers on them that, just kind of add a little something. So yeah, if you would like to own Love Story, it is up and running right now. And again, it's to draw romance into your life. So yeah, and this has a piece of fire agate on it and some rose petals. Yeah. And I put some like whole roses and dried roses, and then I put some crushed roses with some cardamom to just make it smell nice, but also for the magical parts of it. So, okay, thanks for checking that out. And then last up, I have Banish Evil, and it comes with a coffin nail, a rusty coffin nail at that. And then inside, I have a bay leaf that says Banish Evil on it, as well as I have a circle of cloves and a piece of black onyx. So I stabbed the cloves into the wax as if it were, as if it were coffin nails. But you can also use the coffin nail with the candle. So I will start the auction on that. So if you would like the Banish Evil candle, it is up and running right now. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah. I guess not today. That's all right. Mm. Oh, jeez. Okay. I do also have I've made some more charms. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. So if folks are looking for some more charms, I actually brought some. So these are actually keychain charms, and not like the ones I showed last week, but these are actual like this. So this is what this looks like. So it has a piece of tiger's eye, clear quartz, and obsidian as the beads. And then, of course, it has the little figure 8 keychain ring and a pentacle for protection. And so you can keep this on your key ring or you can use it other places. But I am going to run this today. Let's see here. Do I have... I don't know if I have any of the key rings up. No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. I will just add this as an item. Might help if I click on the right things. Weird. Yeah, and again, folks popping in, if there is anything you would like to see out of the Buy It Now section or out of the auction tab, please let me know. And yeah, I am just like drawing a blank here where to put this and whatnot. There we go. Perfect. Protection charm keyring. Okay. All right. I have 2 of these available. So if folks are in love with them, just know that that is the deal. Confirm. Okay. So I'm running these for $5. Okay, here we go. And start auction. Perfect. So these are the ones that are up and running. These are the protection key rings. And again, well, this one here actually has a piece of fluorite and obsidian and bloodstone. So that's what this one has. So they're both a little different. But that is what I have available. So, and I'll just say this one is the first one. Okay. Guess not today. All right. Oh. You guys want to see some pendulums? Are you fans of pendulums? Is that your thing? I don't think I have them added, but... Oh, nice. Well, let me get those up. Pendulums. Okay. And... let's see. I have a bunch of them with me today. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I have 10 of them. So... all right. They will ship 4 to 7 ounces. Confirm. Okay. Let's get that pinned. And then I will grab them. I have 4 stone types. Okay. First stone type is rose quartz. And so I will run those first. But here is what they look like. Oh, let's see here. Here we go. So again, these are the rose quartz pendulums, and I like this style. It's sort of like a marble shape, and it still has the nice, like, sorry, I have all my tags on here, but yeah, it still has like a little bead on the top. And yeah, so I'm gonna, again, let these go for $10 a piece. Start auction. There you go. So if you would like a rose quartz pendulum, that is what's up right now. I also have sunstone and lepidolite in the marble style, and I'll show those next. So yeah. Okay. Well, I will put those down for now. And, yeah, and grab the other ones. Okay. Okay, so the next up is, I know, right? That's actually why I started carrying it, because I don't see this. So the next up is sunstone. And that is what sunstone looks like. And so if you would like a sunstone pendulum, now is your chance. And then, if and then I'll let you pick whatever one you like, or I can just pick one for you. Looks like Rosie's got a bid in. Lovely. Awesome. Rosie, do you want to see any of them in particular, or do you want me just to pick one for you? Okay, I can do that. I think I like this one. Is this the Rosie tile? Yes. Okay, I have that. Yes, I will. Oh, nice. Hello, new people popping in. Um, I guess I'll give folks another chance if you want to bid on the sunstone pendulums. I have 2 left. I know I have new people popping in. So we're doing the sunstone pendulums right now. And these are the 2 that are left. And again, these are like the marble style. So, I mean, you could see like between my fingers how big these are. They're very robust. And the stones themselves are just very beautiful quality. That's the other thing, is like I love a nice high quality stone pendulum. Okay. And then next up is lepidolite. Goodness, as everything gets tangled together. Here we go. Well, thank you. I love ginger. I appreciate you. Okay, so next up is lepidolite. And I don't know if the camera is doing it justice, but these are just so purple. They are gorgeous. And just kind of roll them around so you could see the texture of the stone. So I'll run these next. And then I can either pick one for the winner, or the winner can pick their own. Oh, looks like Rosie's got a bid in. Awesome, awesome. Okay. And we're getting into the 10-second mark. The one on my left, this one, the one that's like very solid purple. This one. Other side. The other left. No, this one. This one. Yeah, it's a little deceiving because my camera films everything like backwards. So it's like double backwards. Well, thank you, Rosie. Do you like that one? Yes, I do actually. I really love the coloration in that. Um, of the 3, this has like the darkest like purple in the modeling, which I really enjoy. So, yeah. Can I see the other two of Leo? Yes, I forgot the camera flips. Yes, yes. So these are the other two lepidolite pendulums that are available. One of them is a more solid, sort of grape purple color, and the other one has more of the purple and white modeling, which is very common for lepidolite stone. Yeah. So if I can, I have a tiny bird skull. Oh yeah, yeah. I I love lepidolite. It is so pretty, and it just all the shiny. So for Lolo, if you are interested in a pendulum of the lepidolite variety, they are running right now. And then if you'd like to pick the one that you like, I can set that aside for you. Yeah, I do love the shimmers. So I don't know if you knew, but lepidolite it also is made of or has inclusions of pink tourmaline, which I really love. Pink tourmaline is gorgeous. Um, for folks that are just coming in for the other pendulum varieties, I do have rose quartz, and I can just show that quick. Oh, geez. And I have a couple sunstone left. And then I have one calligraphy stone, but it's in a different style. So hang on, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 rose quartz. There we go. Here is the rose quartz. So if you're interested in those, I can run those. Just let me know. I ran them just a couple minutes ago, but for newbies, you may not have seen them. So there is that. And then I also had the sunstone that I ran just a minute ago. And I have 2 of those left. Yeah, go ahead. I answer newbie questions. And so these are the sunstone ones. But last up is my calligraphy stone. So this is the traditional sort of like pointy one, pointy style. Let's see if I can. There we go. So again, this is calligraphy stone. And it has just like this variety of like golden hues. So I will run this. And then this one here, I'm going to run at a little bit cheaper. I'm going to run this at 8. How do I share my upcoming show other than my own Facebook business page? How do I share my upcoming show? Well, you can share it with your followers by like sending it to their their pages. So if they follow you, you can just be like share show. And there is like a share show option like on the side. Yes, followers. Yes. So you can send it to like your whatnot followers. But as far as sharing it on your Facebook business page, what I started doing is creating Facebook events. And then like posting the links to a specific whatnot show in my Facebook event page. Oh, so you do that. Okay. I don't know. Otherwise, I just use the promote feature to like reach people. I'm pretty new to whatnot myself. I've only been on for like maybe 2 months. So I can share the link to the live. Yes, you can share the link to your live. Each live creates a unique link that will take you. Oh, well, I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, I'm still an awkward platypus, and I've done probably 15 shows or so. I'm just My best advice is just realize you're going to trip over your words and yeah. Yes. I too. I tell people that I am 15 squirrels in a human suit and they're all caffeinated and they're all going different directions, which is why I have a pile of 15 different things on the floor right now of things I started to show and then got sidetracked because that's just how I operate. So, but also like I don't mind, going on tangents and explaining things. Like I'm cool with that. Yeah. Although I also really enjoy four raccoons in a trench coat. I also identify with that, especially if snacks are involved. Hmm. How to domesticate a wild Tabitha? Offer snacks. So okay, I'm going to run this calligraphy one for 8. And again, it's the pointed style. Absolutely, Pippi. Hopefully, that offered a little help slash insight. Um, but that's really all I've learned so far is using that promote button. That's helped a lot. And I promote my whole show. And the promote feature does allow you to. All right. Thanks for looking at that, folks. It does allow you to change how much you spend per hour. And I only spend like $10 an hour. They want you to they like suggest and they I mean the app suggests that you spend like $25 to $30 an hour promoting your show and I was like, "Look, I'm a new seller. I can't afford to lose." Yeah. Yeah, and they take the promotional money right off the top of your sales, which I guess is nice, but at the same time, like, um, if I'm spending 20, $30 per show just to, get it in front of people, and I only make $100, I mean, that's a third of my income just in promotions. And then after that, I mean, then Whatnot also takes 11 to 13% of your sales in commissions. So, yeah, the hustle is real, girl. And I wish you the best of luck, really, honestly. Yeah, me too. Well, and I had a brick and mortar shop for about 7 years before I started doing Whatnots. And I closed my brick and mortar shop in June of last year and started doing Whatnot later in the fall. I want to say maybe November. And but I spent the summer after I closed my market. Oh, geez, after I closed my shop doing markets, and I'm like, I am so tired of doing markets where I spend $50 to $150 for a booth fee. Yeah, yeah. I have not done well at Christmas shows. Actually, the markets I do the best at are pride markets. Yeah. And well, plus it's not just the booth fees either. It's also like all the money you invested in creating things and all the money like in gas and food and lodging if you're out of town. It just it being an artist is not easy. It is not cheap. So, yeah, I totally am with you there. So, anyways, yeah. Yeah, and when people are like, "Oh no, I'm not going to pay you." You're getting exposure. No, if I want exposure, I'll stand outside naked in the winter. Um, just saying, because that's how people die. Yeah. So, oh my goodness. So, next up, um, thank you, Pippi. Yeah. But you really just, I am glad that you felt safe to ask, because you don't know unless you try, right? At least that's how I feel. You don't know unless you don't know what you don't know. And you don't know if people are going to be like, no, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, so I did like exactly. No dumb questions. Um, pendulums. Okay, so I got the pendulum thing done. I did make a bunch of charms this week. So for folks who were needing some charms and they didn't get them last time. Oh geez. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have this cute little display so I can easily access everything. And yeah, apparently I can't talk and remove things from that at the same time. What is coordination? So, anyways, this is a charm called Open the Way. And Open the Way magic is about removing obstacles from your goals, from you reaching your goals. So if you're like, I have a goal, like Pippi, for example, is like, I want to be a whatnot seller. How do I remove the obstacles that are in my way to being a successful whatnot seller? And so, um, one is identifying maybe what those are, but also having a charm to help you navigate while you're trying to reach your goals. I mean, what this does is like, I think of it as um, like a fast pass, right? My brain is just obstacles. Actually, no, my brain is mostly just squirrels. That's mostly my brain. But also, I tell people that when I have trouble finding words, that it's because my brain is actually just a giant warehouse full of boxes, and there's one old crotchety man that just like runs the place, and he's always napping in a recliner. And when I try to find a word but can't, it's because he does not want to be disturbed from his nap to go wandering down the aisle to find the right box that has the right word in it. And so my brain suffers from ornery old man syndrome. So anyways, joined. Yes. I mean, yes, my brain does have a ton of knowledge, but it also has an ornery old man and caffeinated squirrels, and they don't like each other. So, so uh, yes, I often use the word ornery to describe my grandfather, and I'm not wrong. He was a ornery, crotchety old man, said with love, but also some realism. Okay, he did have some of the best stories. He's been passed on for a while now, but yeah, he had some really interesting stories. And oddly, oh well, thank you. No, the guy lived till he was like 94 years old. Like it was his time. My goodness, I'm pretty sure there was dirt that was younger than him. Just saying. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, oh, shipping profile. Do. Okay. I had to create an item for my charms because I did not preload them. And that's just how it is. So let's whip out those charms. So it'll be a charms random pull, but that's par for course. If I could ever get this thing. There we go. It takes a second. Okay. So first up is I'm going to run the Open the Way charm. So again, this is about removing obstacles from your way that are in your way to getting your goals. And each of mine these are sealed with blue wax and come with a feather charm. And it has a collection of herbs and crystals. Here we go. My hand kind of helps. There we go. Herbs and crystals that are all known magically for doing that job. So let's start at $5. So we have Open the Way charms running for $5. So if you need help doing that, right? If you need help just getting on your path, and yeah, this helps do that. So aside from Open the Way charms, I also have Attract to Love, Peace and Happiness, Evil Eye Protection. I think I have just a straight up protection charm. Let me see. Let's see what's in my handy dandy thing. Oh, also one for enhancing divination. So if you would like help in the divinatory arts, yes. So these here, I did put a little loop on them so you could hang them. So you can hang them in your room, in your space. So for for example, for Open the Way charm, you could put that someplace where maybe you experience obstacles like work. Say you work at a desk and you're like, I am always experiencing obstacles that get in my way from achieving goals. Yeah, you can put them on your altar. You can put them in your pocket, keep them in your purse, put them in a backpack. Like I recommend for what's a good one here? Like the Peace and Happiness charm, I would recommend keeping that with you, especially if you're dealing with some stuff, as a way to like keep that energy up. And look at how cute these Peace and Happiness charms are. It has a little peace sign on it. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. A little peace sign on it. And of course it has like some herbs and some crystals in it. And then I sealed it with, I believe this is white wax. So I need Let It Go Magic. Let It Go Magic. Oh, yes. So, Open the Way can certainly be part of that, letting go process. But I also have one that is for um, healing your trauma, which is all of that letting go energy. So this is my letting go charm, and it has a little snake charm on it, and it has herbs, and it has crystals. And yeah, and the reason why it has a snake charm is because snakes are all about new beginnings, starting over, shedding your skin in the way, like shedding their skin is in like becoming something new. That's that new beginning, the cycles, right? So as you let things go, new things come into your life that backfill it in a way that is helpful and positive. So you just got to make some room. That's sort of my to add to the rooms I make. Okay, that sounds good. Perfect. Yeah, and you can always message me through the app, Pippi. So, okay. So I'm going to do the Heal Your Trauma charm, which again is also good to, help you let go, right? It's also about healing things that you've been hanging on to for a while that just no longer serve you. And yeah, it's a whole thing. Well, thank you, Lolo, for bidding. It's your also first purchase, which is very exciting. Awesome. Well, thank you. Let me just get your name on that. You better believe I lost my pen. There it is. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. And so I do have one more of the Heal Your Trauma charm. So if someone else could use that healing energy, that helpful energy, now is your chance to snag it. Oh, hey, Enchanted Tales. Good to see you. Oh, Rosie's on it. On it, on it. I am, right? I mean, 'tis the season, right? Everyone talks about like New Year's resolutions, but I think that instead of like adding more things, maybe we should work on getting rid of the stuff we already have. Like in an emotional capacity, right? We often guilt ourselves into like, oh, I'm going to make all of these changes and become the best version of me. Okay, sure. But also, like, maybe work on what you already have. Like, if you already have a full plate, where are you going to put the new stuff, right? Oh, yeah. And, bosses can do that. There are people in positions of power, right? And so you're like, okay, I have to listen to you because you're literally the person that decides if I work here or not. But yeah, I I am sorry you had that experience, but you are certainly not alone in that. So I want you to know. I believe you. I believe you. Okay. Um, Next up, I'm going to do. So I have some evil eye protection charms. That is this. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus on. There we go. So this is my evil eye protection charm, and it has a pink eye on it. I like to make mine. Yeah. Let's all send Lolo some confidence to help them rebuild, right? Okay. So you can see I have one yellow eye and one pink eye because I like, even though a lot of folks associate like that blue eye with, protection from the evil eye, I like to make mine different colors because, oh, thank you, not to be forgotten. I appreciate you sending the confidence to Lolo. Okay. So, for folks who aren't familiar with what evil eye protection is, it is protecting you from other people's jealousy, their envy, their ill will. So, like when people gossip about you behind your back, um, that sort of negativity that is put out into the world, this protects you from that. And it just returns it to sender. It's like, oh, it's literally like, I see that coming, and then it sends it back. So, oh, thank you, Rosie. Do you want the pink one or the yellow one? Pink or yellow? Pink! Pink. Oh my goodness. Love it. My boss at Ren Fair is Greek. From there, she loves her evil eyes. Oh, yes. I actually have an evil eye tattoo on my ankle that I got a few years ago, and no regrets. That way I can carry it with me all the places. So this is for the last evil eye charm. This is the yellow eyed one that kind of looks like a dragon. So if you need that evil eye protection for, to protect you against, like I said, other people's ill intentions, their gossip, their envy, um, their jealousy. So people who are envious of what you have or who are jealous of what you have, that energy, it protects you from all that. So, okay. Well, I have it, and there is one left. Okay. Next up. How about we do some attracting love? And so, oh, absolutely. Yeah. You like what you like. Staring at Will Foster, he's holding an evil eye. Not a good explanation of how beautiful. No, you know, I I get it. I think that that would be really pretty. I can kind of envision it. Sure. Um, I actually really want a tattoo as well, and my hope is that I am successful enough on Whatnot that I can support myself and or maybe get a tattoo. Mostly, I just need some new shoes, but I digress. I really want a tattoo. It's a bat. It's actually a comic I saw online. It's a bat, and it's like holding its wing open, and it has a bunch of little potion bottles, and it says, "I've got potions and shit," and I want that so bad. But anyway, that's my weirdo thing. So, how about we try some attract love charms? And again, this could be attracting, a new love. This could be doing self love. I sealed it with red wax. It has a little red key or a little brass key on it that has a heart on it because it's important to protect your heart too while you are putting yourself out there. This could be to attract a new friendship. Um, like I said, it could be that self care part. There we go. Oh, that's better. As you can see, it has like a bunch of little crystal chips in it and some herbs and stuff. So yeah. Well, thank you. I like putsy work. It's so making charms is right up my alley. Um, yes, yes, and it actually, my love charm has I put crushed rose petals in it as well as whole rose petals, and then I also have um on the top there, these are actually lilac flowers, and I harvested the lilac during a spring rain last year, right around Beltane, which is the spring holiday that celebrates like human sexuality. Hey, Disco Bread. Yeah. So anyway, I just put a lot of love and intention to it, and I usually harvest a lot of my own herbs. So if you look through my Buy It Now section, you'll see a bunch of different herbs and resins and stuff, and a bunch of that I actually harvest and dry myself. So, and I just like to. Oh, lovely! Yeah, and I'll be getting more loaded. I probably have over 55 different herbs and salts and resins that are just like straight up. They're not blends or anything. And yeah, it's so peaceful while you're in the moment. Yeah, I mean, to pick your own. Yes, it is. It is. Well, and I'm such a friggin' feral goblin. Like, I am outside all summer, barefoot, you know, like just crouching down on the ground with like my knees practically up to my ears, going like, yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. It's learning how to harvest and not kill the plants. And I'm not always successful, but most of the time. But a lot of the plants I harvest when they're in season. I do a lot of seasonal ephemerals. So they are usually only around for a month or two at most. Yeah. But my favorite, I'm one of those weirdos. Like, I harvest nettle, like stinging nettle for my magic. And I don't break out from stinging nettle. And I have actually really sort of freaked some people out about that. For corn. Oh, sure. I'm always looking for corn brooming if you can get your hands on it. Okay. I will keep an eye on it. I make brooms um, myself. Yeah. I make brooms too, but I don't make mine out of corn broom. I make mine out of dried wild grass that I find. I like the coloring. I actually made a bunch out of this like purple and pink grass that I found growing wild. Yeah, that's cool. I like to do a bunch of different ones too. And I love that the broom making community is just so robust and everyone has their own designs. So that's really cool. But yeah, I have a hard time growing rosemary as well. I have tried growing rosemary plants a couple of times and I either overwater them or don't water them enough. I don't know. They end up looking dry and sad and I'm like, I am so sorry. So, anyways. Yeah, I do love corn. I actually this year I made a bunch of corn husk dolls, which has been on my like to craft list. Yeah, and I actually have those in my buy it now area. I think so. If anyone needs a corn dolly, I actually harvested all the husks from corn that was picked at my brother's farm. So, all right. Um, is anyone interested in some leather journals? I have two leather bound journals available, and these are really cool. So, one of them is like a chocolate brown, and the other one is like a dark chocolate. It's like milk chocolate, dark chocolate. And the cool thing about these is they both have these little like ship anchor. You can see it has a little heart on it. It's so sweet. So this is like a bookmark, so you can mark your page in your journal, but then it is kept closed by a long leather strap that you tie around, and then it has a little like. Right, I understand. Oh, and then it has this little like ship steering wheel thing. The cool thing about these two is that the front has a little compass at like tooled into it, and the inside has these little like three ring binder things. And I love this color paper. It's sort of that natural, like beigey cream color. So it is nice. Yeah, exactly. And I think they make paper inserts with this kind of three-hole punch already. So one if you like yeah, so once you fill it up, so say you use it for like to-do lists or whatever, or if you like for me, something like this would be great if you like write spells or write your intentions down and then just pull it out. I would use this for spell paper, to be honest, or to store information like that. Or you could, yeah, or you could just make your own with your own hole punch. So yeah, I mean options. But um yeah. So I'm gonna run these. I have two of them. I'm gonna run them. I think let me see. Add temporary listing. Do leather, and it is real leather journal. And I am gonna run them at $12, which is a steal, to be honest. And I have two. Right. I might. I actually have some spell paper that I not dyed, but I that I created with it's tea dyed. So not like dyed with ink, but like tea dyed. So it's infused with like herbs and stuff. Yes, seed paper. That is also very cool. My goal is to actually make all my own spell paper, but I need to like not have 500 different things that I already do because I am a crafty witch. Okay. So I'm going to run these leather journals. So the first one up is the lighter color of the two. So if this speaks to you, this is up right now. And again, this is real leather, and it comes with this cool bookmark leather cord that tucks inside, and then it has a longer one that you tie it closed with. It has a little ship wheel on it. So yeah. Okay. And then, all right. I'll run the second one in case someone was waiting on the darker color. There we go. Okay. Well, it is counting down. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I guess not today. Oops. Let me just set that down. All right. Is anyone interested in some iron-on patches that say United in Diversity, and they're little rainbows? Would anyone be interested in these? I don't have them loaded right now, but I can certainly load them. I don't know if anyone does iron-on patches anymore, but I had a small run of them left over from Pride last year, and I thought I would. Oh, that's sure. That makes sense. No, this is just for Pride. But okay. All right. Well, I guess if I don't have any requests from things in my auction tab or my buy it now section, I think I'm going to wrap up this. Absolutely, Pippi. I'm going to run to it is my pumpkin time, which is what I call when I turn back into a pumpkin, like at the end of the Cinderella story. So I need to go be a gourd in bed. That doesn't even make sense. But here we are. Oh my God. All right. I'm so tired. I'm not even making sense. So I will see y'all soon. How about, something I've wanted to do is a raid. So for folks that are sticking around, I will give that a try. I don't know. Does anyone know how to do a raid? Oh, thank you. Not to be forgotten. Yeah, I have a bunch of shows coming up. And yeah. So let me see here. I think if you type /. Oh, raid. Okay. It looks like my girl Eternal Charm is on. So, absolutely, Rosie. I am here to help. Oh, geez. Raid now.